needed. As a member, if you are facing financial challenges as a result of the pandemic, please contact us to discuss the range of flexible options available to you. More information can be obtained by calling 440-1354, emailing gutcu@spicile.com, or visiting www.gutcu.com. Together, we can successfully navigate through this time. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
You with the GBN Television News on Monday, the 6th day of April 2020. In the headlines, people join long lines at supermarkets to stock up on food. Prime Minister Mitchell holds press briefing after extended shopping day. Grenadian cruise ship workers stranded on ship. Plus, in the sports news, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force coach Mervyn Dillon. Of course, we want to let you know that he remains confident of retaining his contract. Do stay with us. We'll be back with the details.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Another busy broadcast day. Good evening. This is News at 7. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. It seems like all of Grenada was united in a common cause today. People unified around the need to stock up on food supplies following an announcement on Sunday evening. The government announced that grocery shopping was being extended to 5 p.m. instead of the noon close-off time, which obtained during the past week. GBN's news crew surveyed the grocery hotspots and captured the scenes at various locations today.
Indications are that some people flocked to major food outlets long before 8 o'clock this morning, the time at which they were scheduled to open their doors. In the town of St. George, commotion in the streets painted an unnerving picture. The Foodland Market Square line going around the entire block, ending with mass gathering at the storefront.
But I'm fine. The thing should be organized a little better, because persons outside here, some of us have medical issues, some of us have hypertension, some persons diabetic. I mean, we're standing in that line. Some of us had breakfast, some of us had no breakfast this morning, and you are here in the line to get some food, and you have a lot of struggle, a lot of challenges to get some food. I mean, my thing is, again, how this thing is organized, that one person from the household have to come out. So imagine you have one person from the household coming out. You might have smaller siblings. You have to get to the pharmacy. You have to get to the grocery. You have to get to do other things in that given time. How one person could have 3-4 hours to get with this queue, this build-up of this queue, to do all of these things is impossible.
In Grand Anse, long lines of people sneaked their way to Seeky's Super Value. For hours on end, the lines seemed motionless as shoppers tried to observe the social distancing requirements. There was also a bleak situation at Real Value IGA, where the end of the line began at the Spiceland Mall complex, made its way onto the main road, and circled the entire loop around the Monroe playing field. Those hoping to get a chance to pick up some food items made their way down the adjacent street close to the Lamaki complex and then on to the Real Value compound. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Well, it turned out to be a long day for many people today. They were in the lines from sunup until late this evening. GBN's Gerard Joseph took a look at one point in the food circle in the south of the island. Joseph Cadeau also scoured the capital and sent us this report.
Just up the road from Real Value, a similar scenario existed at Food Fair Grand Dance Complex. And the situation was no different at Food Fair Outlet on the Carnage. Diversion into two directions and encircling the premises. The exterior of Hotspot St. George's was also crowded, with those in search of supplies, though mostly 6 feet apart, congregating closely at several points. Kirani James Boulevard was converted to a single carriageway and became almost impassable as some grocery hunters made their way to the Foodland supermarket. Social distancing and the wearing of face masks has become part of the Grenadian landscape, an everyday part of life. We've also gotten used to going to the supermarket. What we have not been used to is that our shopping experience becomes a rigid tale of long lines that stretch from early mornings till late into the evening, and a story that literally becomes a horror story as the hours passes, still with persons still not sure whether or not they would be able to purchase some of the basic household items. Just before 5 o'clock shutdown time, people were still in long queues outside.
At least I went and went to the pharmacy and come back here and met like the same set of people, not too far. So it's been real frustrating.
11. I'm here and I'm waiting still, but they say when 4:30 they will come and check the last person and everybody getting a chance to go in.
I did in line about 10-15 minutes again quick. And I go and pick up a ticket. And I just go and pick up a ticket and come out from there. So I ain't go to the sick. I know what I want. I make my list. I pick up what I want and I come out from there.
And this line seems to be not progressing properly. Since from 10 o'clock, look at the time now, it's almost 5 o'clock, and we are here this morning. And you are here in the line to get some food, and you have a lot of struggle, a lot of challenges to get some food.
The markets were closed during the last week in keeping with the state of emergency regulations. Today, at least one vendor took advantage of the opportunity to offer her products.
Watch, I cleared goods last Friday, as you all know. I look all my carrots here. What's the condition of my carrots? As you all see, I cannot sell it. 5 bags of carrots. I pick up some 4,000 something. What's on my carrots? Market refuse to hold my carrot. They say they hold it for me at my own risk. If it damaged or it spoiled at my own risk. So I find those are no. So I come out this morning to sell my carrots. But I can't sell all 5 bags. That's all I have remained. Nobody buying it. It's already spoiled.
Anguish, frustration, anxiety, despair. A labor of love, some say. But certainly these are just some of the words and phrases and expressions that have been used by some of the people that we've spoken here today. Of course, as we enter into the 3rd week of the lockdown here in Grenada. The one ray of hope during the midst of this crisis, this local business unit behind us would have actually taken the decision to extend on the shopping hours from 5 until 7 so as to accommodate many of the scores of Grenadians that lined up since early morning to purchase some of the basic household items. From downtown St. George's, I'm Joseph Cador, reporting for GBN News.
Right, in St. Andrew, people were also busy accessing services to ensure that they were prepared for any eventuality. Many operated on the premise that the country could be under lockdown indefinitely. GBN's Rena Pear captured some cell phone footage as she attempted to secure groceries and other supplies in the town of Grenville.
It was just minutes to 8 and the town of Grenville was already congested as residents of the parish of St. Andrews could be seen in long lines that seemed to be never-ending. Banks and credit union customers were awaiting their turn to access ATMs, while shoppers were anxiously awaiting for supermarkets to open their doors. Standing in lines, most of the shoppers were wearing some form of facial covering, while some adhered to the 6 feet social distance rules. Some of the St. Andrews residents were disappointed as they had to go back home empty-handed, unable to access money that family members would have sent to them from overseas due to the closure of MoneyGram and Western Union. As the day progressed, members of the Royal Grenada Police Force were out ensuring that all supermarkets were abiding to protocols. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Well, as evening drew nigh, the town of Grenville returns to a state of quiet in keeping with the state of emergency regulations. GBN's Akeisha Felix took a quick stroll through several of the key service centers and spoke with her colleague, Cherry Blackman Stephen, this evening. All right, of course, we'll get back to that Akeisha Felix conversation there with Cherry and Blackman Stephen. Stay with us, you're watching News at 7. Still to come from us, Grenadian cruise ship workers stranded on ship. We'll be back.
So you're looking for doors and windows that look sophisticated and are very secure? Then St. Lou Metals is your one-stop shop. Our windows and doors make sure your home not only looks great, but is more secure. We manufacture shower enclosures, doors, windows for residential and commercial properties using high-grade material and the latest technology. If you want to save money and improve your home's appearance, you have made the right choice by shopping at St. Lou Metals. For a free quotation, visit us today at the Frequente Industrial Park or call us at 439-6538 or 439-6539.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Courts, bringing value home.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road. 'Cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Republic Bank assures all personal, small business, commercial, and corporate banking customers of our continued support during these uncertain times. We have extended a moratorium on all loans, including mortgages and student loans, for up to 6 months. However, there is an option to opt out of this arrangement only upon request. Late fees on credit cards, loan repayments, and overdrawn accounts are being waived, as well as penalties for early withdrawals of certificate of deposit accounts. These measures will be in place for 6 months. To opt out of the moratorium, please email us at customercare@republicgrenada.com by April 15th, 2020.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We return to an earlier story. As evening drew nigh, the town of Grenville returned to a state of quiet in keeping with the state of emergency regulations. GBN's Akeisha Felix took a quick stroll through several of the key service centers and spoke with her colleague, Cherian Blackman Stephen, this evening.
All right, so I went out this morning at around 8 o'clock and again at probably around 4 or 5 this afternoon. And earlier this morning, you would have seen a rush for some of the supplies, the supermarket, even the small community shops. They actually had scores of people on the outside. And I should commend the people because they were, in fact, practicing social distancing. You would have seen them with the exercise in the 6-foot radius. So I must say kudos to the citizens who actually did, practice social distancing today. So at around after 4, the streets of Grenville more or less became deserted. You would have seen probably 2 or 3 individual line in the outside of the supermarket waiting on their turn to go inside. And a bit of observation, once it is that you went into the supermarket, you would have seen some of the baskets. They're actually filled with essential goods. So you're not seeing ice cream and you're not seeing the irrelevant stuff. You're seeing that they're actually packing stuff that can last for the duration of the limited state of emergency.
GBN's Akeisha Felix. Well, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell has assured the public that the country is not facing an imminent shortage of food supplies. The statement was made on the backdrop of hundreds of people lining outside supermarkets and community shops to get supplies. Prime Minister Mitchell says there is enough supplies once people behave responsibly. The Prime Minister announced that the state of emergency remains in effect until the 20th of April. The next shopping day will be Saturday of this week. During the news conference, Police Commissioner Edwin Martin announced that there may be some changes to the format of the shopping day on Saturday. Now, over 50 Grenadians say they are stranded on board 2 cruise ships docked in the United States. Cherry and Blackman-Stephen has this report.
The coronavirus pandemic is impacting everyone throughout the world. While some are afflicted by the virus and others are trying to cope with the death of loved ones, many are inconvenienced, kept away from home and their loved ones. This is the reality facing some 52 Grenadians stranded aboard 2 cruise ships in Florida. One Grenadian, who asked to be identified only as Tracy from St. David's, spoke to GBN, appealing to the government of Grenada to please allow them entry into their country.
Our company is sending everyone home, and we just really want to come home, so we want to know, like, how soon will the airport open, or if the government is willing to open the airport for seafarers to come home. If they are willing to do that, our company is willing to work together with them to ensure that we come home safe. So we just call in on who is responsible, the government or the Prime Minister or whoever. We just really want to come home to our family.
The cruise line ceased operations for 30 days as the coronavirus continues to spread throughout the world. And Tracy says the company is willing to charter a flight for them to return to Grenada. Tracy told GBN all crew members remain in quarantine aboard the 2 cruise ships in Florida. She said it is painful watching their colleagues leave the ship to return to their homeland while they are left in frustration. She told GBN they are willing to be quarantined on their return to Grenada.
We have 40 Grenadians on the ship that I'm on. We have another cruise ship in the back of us with 12 Grenadians also in the back of us, 12 of them there. So in all, on where I am in this port, we have 52 Grenadians.
Tracy told GBN that they attempted to come home, however they were denied entry as the Morris Bishop International Airport, the MBIA, which closed its doors to commercial air traffic at midnight on Sunday, March 22nd, remains closed. The government and airport authority have been allowing only a few empty flights to enter the country to pick up their citizens. The only other activities allowed at the airport is said to be the shipment of medical and other necessary supplies and the transportation of medical personnel. GBN reached out to the Minister for Health, Nicholas Steele, who said no decision has been made regarding the cruise workers at this time. Cherry and Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
You're watching News at 7. Still to come from us, regional media saddened by passing of broadcast engineer and station manager.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Remember to wash your hands to stop the coronavirus. Finish.
This message is brought to you by Mount Pure Mineral Water, silver medalist in the 2020 Berkeley Springs International Water Tasting Competition.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a Communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made. My name is Hollis Mr. Killamap, and I endorse this message.
The Public Utilities Regulatory Commission is inviting stakeholders and the general public to a series of public consultations on the draft regulations for the electricity sector. The second round of discussions will be held on Tuesday, the 17th.
Opio.com. Sale. All the outlets, hotspot outlets. You're going to go to the Carnage, the Grenville, or the Sutter's hotspot, and you get sales and deals on all items. You can get these on potato, you can get these on saltfish, onion, garlic, mackerel, toilet paper, and we even have the currants and the raisin at $10 per pound, lowest price island-wide. So people just come down or go up or go across, but just make sure and go to hotspots.
They say sometimes less is more, but at Real Value IGA Supermarket, we believe more is more. And since we are all about more, we want to buy more from farmers like you so we can sell more to our customers. If you have a farmer's ID and fresh produce to sell, Real Value IGA wants to buy.
For more information, contact Real Value IGA on WhatsApp at 405-4405 or give them a call at 439-2121.
So you're looking for doors and windows that look sophisticated and are very secure? Then St. Lou Metals is your one-stop shop. Our windows and doors make sure your home not only looks great, but is more secure. We manufacture shower enclosures, doors, windows for residential and commercial properties using high-grade material and the latest technology. If you want to save money and improve your home's appearance, you have made the right choice by shopping at St. Lou Metals. For a free quotation, visit us today at the Frequente Industrial Park or call us at 439-6538 or 439-6539.
Hello again. Media in the region have expressed sadness at the passing of former engineer and station manager Raymond Smith. Beverly Telesford reports.
Broadcast engineer, former manager of the Windward Islands Broadcasting Service and Radio Grenada, Raymond Smith, is being remembered as a pioneer in media across the region. Mr. Smith died on Friday evening after a prolonged illness. In a statement, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell extended deepest condolences on the passing of Mr. Smith, who served his country in various capacities, including being part of Grenada's interim administration in the 1980s. employees. An engineer by profession, Mr. Smith served for many years as the chief engineer of the Windward Islands Broadcasting Service, and he was also instrumental in the creation of Grenada Telecommunications Limited, serving as the company's first chairman. Reflecting on Smith's contribution, Dr. Mitchell said he was a highly skilled, knowledgeable, and pioneering engineer who left an indelible mark on the local and regional broadcasting industry. Dr. Mitchell added, and I quote, "We are immensely grateful for his engineering expertise and commitment to improvement in the telecommunications industry." Grenada demonstrated its appreciation for Smith's sterling contribution when a recommendation for him to be awarded the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire was readily approved by government in 2000. End of quote. The Prime Minister extends his condolences to Raymond Smith's children and other surviving relatives. Meanwhile, the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, CBU, has paid tribute to the late Raymond Smith. The CBU referred to Mr. Smith as one of its Hall of Fame inductees and hailed him as a pioneer and one of the union's founding fathers.
Ray served as our first Secretary General from 1970 to 1973. However, his service in broadcasting has been long and distinguished. So distinguished that Ray did not only serve Grenada, he did not only serve the Caribbean, he served the entire world. His innovation of soundproofing technology for radio studios is well known beyond the shores of the Caribbean Sea. We hail Ray for his outstanding achievements. We thank him for the work he has done for the CBU. We remember fondly that he is one of those who has been inducted in the CBU Hall of Fame. We thank his family for sharing him with us and for him in sharing his service to the entire region and the world. Our tribute to Ray. Walk good, our brother.
For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Our condolences to the family and friends of Raymond Smith. All right, stay with us for this evening's I Saw. Compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
With the scarcity of cooking gas, a St. Andrew resident resorted to the old traditional oven. Send your submissions to us via our social media platforms. A good eye captures all. GBN I Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Stay with us. We'll be back with the weather. See you in a while.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Esplanade Mall St. George's, Maurice Bishop International Airport, and Sandals Grenada Resort. Telephone number 230-1023.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatments. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
B Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
All right, weather for Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair with a low chance of isolated showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius. Wind easterly to east-southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm by early morning. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open water. Tides low at 10:15 p.m., high at 3:45 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning 6:01. The weather on Tuesday, the 7th day of April, mostly fair, with a medium chance of brief isolated afternoon showers. On Wednesday, the 8th, generally fair, becoming partly cloudy at times, with brief isolated showers mainly during the afternoon and overnight. And on Thursday, the 9th, generally fair, with a low chance of isolated showers. All right, we want to remind you of the headlines if you're just tuning into the news. People join long lines at supermarkets to stock up on food. Prime Minister Mitchell holds press briefing after extended shopping day. Grenadian cruise ship workers stranded on ship. And of course, we want to bring you this programming note so that you're in the loop relative to what is to follow. Representatives from a number of financial institutions in Grenada, including credit unions, will be guests on this evening's Beyond the Headlines with Odette Campbell. The panelists will discuss their operations following the new regulations for COVID-19 and support for their customers during this crisis. Beyond the Headlines with Odette Campbell this evening on GBN Television, simultaneously on K105 FM from 8:35. Reminding you as well of the curfew, which has since been extended to 7 a.m. on April 20th, 2020. I'm Kenroy. That's all from us in the newsroom for now. Please be safe. Do take care. Good night.